Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
You're listening to TFG Football.
Hello and welcome everyone. What's up? I said you all won't get rid of us so soon. Yes, we are not anymore in Savan, but we are now everywhere else, so that you really can't get rid of us from now, and no excuse from not listening to us. Just like we said, we will come back to you very soon, and here we are. Just the next day we start with it. And what a way to start the day, right? Football is all what we have to talk about today, and a lot of action, a lot of things, as I said, many surprises in the baggage, and I did not reveal it because it was a good surprise. I didn't want to reveal it. Today we have a special interview aired on the show, and I will still keep it as a surprise and break it towards the end, but before that, let's talk about I-League.
Won't they look at the title?
Sorry?
Won't they look at the title where we'll mention?
Yeah, they will, but still. And the story is anyway out on our website, so it won't be a surprise anymore, but still, just to hold on to the nerves and the edges. Here we are talking about, as I said, I-League, as Chiranjeev likes to call it, the real Indian football, as we all like to call it, in some way or the other. And before we touch upon the interview, we shall talk about a few signings that have taken place. Now, BFC have come about with the fourth foreigner that they have to sign, and he goes by the name Chiranjeev. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm not exactly there, but I'm where I am.
Yeah, he's back home, so he's connecting us via Skype. So bear with us if any connection problem, but we won't have any information problem, that's for sure. So Chiranjeev, we also have Kevin and Nikhil in the studio. Now Nikhil is here for a very special reason. he shall touch upon that.
Personal reasons.
Personal reasons, yeah. Very close to his heart. So Chiranjeev, who's the fourth foreigner that BFC have signed?
This guy called Robbie Norales. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's from Honduras. He has played in some top division clubs so far. Looks pretty good. 25 years old, supple striker. He's gonna be the first foreign striker Bengaluru FC have had since last I-League. They played the knockout stages of the AFC Cup last year. They didn't have any attacker who was foreigner. They went all the way to the final, but I think they are upping the game now. This is the I-League. They'll have to, reckon with some very capable and strong striking sides in the league, and they're playing in the AFC Champions League. So they'll have to take the game to the next level, and I think that's what they're trying to do. Robbie Norales being in the mix is very interesting as how it's going to reflect on the young forwards that are coming up in Bengaluru FC as well. So it's exciting time. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
But tell me, Oja, one thing. So as per the AFC norms, there should be one Asian signing, right? Does Bengaluru FC have any Asian signing?
Yes, there is an Australian.
Yes, Australian.
Okay, so it's Asia.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, Asia Pacific.
There you go, question is answered. So Chiranjeev, do you think now this is it? Is this a complete squad for BFC?
Yes, because they are not like some of the newer clubs who are, putting together the team in the 11th hour. I think the last major Indian signing they made was Harmanjot Khavra, and they don't really need to add anything right now. They already have a team that's been active since after the summer. They've had a good AFC Cup campaign. It's a set team that has been doing well at an international level. Why would you upset the balance now? The people who are already there deserve a chance. It's a deep squad. So this is it.
Now there was something that I was asked to start the show with. I've kind of forgot it. So I'm coming back to that. Bad on my part. Now, Indian women's team are playing in the SAFF Cup. If you heard our show about when Juhi was here, she did mention about this and she did talk about what to look forward to. And yet again, here we are, once again defending our title. We are in the finals. We defeated Nepal in the semi-finals. We take on Bangladesh. So, Chiranjeev, how has it been? And all the boys here in the studio, what do you have to say about this moment?
I think the year has started on a very high note for India, as we have already told what to expect from this year.
Yeah.
And women are leading it. What better can we ask for?
They have always been on the front in terms of football. So.
It's my default.
So we continue our dominance in the SAFF Cup, and again in the finals once again. and I don't think there's any way back for India. It should be another title for us.
Yeah, Chiranjit, what do you think?
Just hold on to your horses a little bit because Bangladesh have been doing some really, putting on some really good performances in the recent past. Just in this tournament, they have played 4 games so far. Sorry, 3 games. They have scored like a shit ton of goals. They have not conceded a single one.
Okay. So maybe the final is
and
the time.
Bangladesh were the only team who held India to a draw in the group stage.
Okay.
That was a 0-0 draw. So the India's famed attack just completely got silent by the containment football that Bangladesh played. So it's an intelligent team. And you have to remember that recently in the junior levels, Bangladesh has actually beaten India in football, in women's football. So some very interesting things are cooking in the Bangladesh team. They are coming in, they're not kidding around. They are attacking when you need to be attacking. They beat Maldives 6-0 in the semi-finals. But they can play all defense and completely outwit the opposition when it's called upon, and that's what they did to India in the group stage. So you have to really watch out for this striker they have, Sabina Khatun. She's already scored 8 goals in the tournament so far. We also have to watch out for the other major striker that they have. I think her name is Siraj Jahan Swapna. So she scored a hat-trick against Maldives in the semi-finals. So all these factors have to be kept in check, and India will have to play intelligently in the final if they are to get a goal and win, because Bangladesh are yet to concede in this tournament.
Well, that's a tough lineup there for Bangladesh. But what about the Indian team? They've also done pretty well to reach the finals, right? So why don't you ponder a little about the Indian team for our listeners?
Yes, and it's actually been a bit bright towards the end of the group stage, I would say, and in the semi-finals. They have been playing some good football as well. Yumnam Kamala Devi, she's scored 3 goals so far, and the reason India have been getting big ticket wins, like a 5-1 win over Afghanistan or a 3-1 win over Nepal. Nepal were considered one of the title contenders in this tournament. So the reason they got these big ticket wins without any one of them scoring too many goals was because a lot of people were scoring. We got Grace scoring. We got that other player, I think Susmita Malik, she scored 2 goals. We got Indumati who netted 1 goal. So we have a lot of goal scorers, while Nepal and Bangladesh, both these teams had this in common, is that they had these 1 or 2 designated scorers who were netting most of the goals. Okay? So that way India have that advantage. They can diversify their attack. But maybe they will have to watch out for the defense, because the goals they considered against Afghanistan and against Nepal, not ones to be proud of. But of course we have Aditi Chauhan. So if in some case it just goes into the penalties, we'll have that advantage. So fingers crossed.
So overall, how would you rate India's performance in the SAFF Cup? Yeah, I know
I'm hopeful.
We still have finals.
I'm hopeful because after the 0-0 draw against Bangladesh, India came out firing against Nepal, which were arguably their biggest opponents in the tournament. And they won the semi-final in emphatic fashion. So hopefully that form carries over.
Great. I mean, great news for the Indian team right over there. Just like we've been talking about. All our best wishes for the Indian women's team, and we should definitely defend the title. It's ours. We should definitely have it in our name. Now, moving on to I-League news. Shillong Lajong have signed 4 foreigners, and I think they're pretty much, all these teams are really competing with the new teams, to give just a competition of getting their team ready, because the new teams that we spoke about, even when we were on Savan that back then, we said that Minerva and Chennai were in a signing spree of getting players, and here we have the teams that are existing doing the same. So Chiranjit, what are your thoughts about Shillong Lajong's new signings?
So Shillong Lajong kept their Brazilian forward from last season, Fabio. He's there. So we got 3 new foreigners who are coming in. This Dan Gelu Ignat from Romania, defender, this Japanese midfielder Yuta Kinowaki, and Cameroonian striker, another foreigner striker for Shillong Lajong, Dipanda. So, see, I think other than the defender Dan Ignat, others have had experience with Indian football before, so they're playing it safe, which is understandable. They're mostly going by their Indian strength and just supplementing what they already have. So, what we will see from Shillong Lajong is not a very new squad. Their core remains the same, and they will just supplement it with 2 foreign strikers. So, sticking to the plan, I think, just the old formula that has worked so far.
Yeah, totally. You know what? Shillong Lajong is not a major budget team, so they have to actually work upon the budget and bring the best of what is available on the foreigners on Indian soil. So, and this is a good way of announcing also. All the 4 foreigners, they are out for you. We don't have to worry about a third foreigner, konta Asian, konta. So all the 4 foreigners are in front of you. And if you see the signings, Dipanda has played for DSK Shivajian last year. He scored 7 goals. I mean, that was the only savior for DSK Shivajian. Okay, even though they finished last, but he was a standout. And I don't know, DSK didn't retain him, and he is now in Shillong. If we look at Fabio, who played for Shillong Lajong, he scored 4 goals. So they are actually looking at the good picks from all the teams that have played in I-League, and I think this is a very good squad. And Japanese, we know how Japanese footballer play in India. I mean, there are so many examples. This guy will do even better. So Shillong is looking like a very composed team, and there are a lot of, I mean, that area of Northeast don't have there is no the girth of players that are over there is huge. So I think the team will come out guns blazing.
Yeah, I mean, finally like we said, they are an experienced team. They've been in the league, and they'll really want to give competition to the new ones now, since it's been on the highest stage, right? Well, another little bit of injury scare there. I think this should be very close to Chiranjeev's heart because he will be upset right now. Chiranjeev, are you crying about this situation?
I don't think so. Balwant.
Yeah.
Oja, you're worried about him.
Balwant injury is okay, man.
Yeah, exactly.
वो उसका कल हुआ, and we broke the news. He got injured in the
training.
What do you call it? The training session. So it was probably either a knee jerk or a muscle sprain that he had, and the checkup came out clean, and he's practicing today.
Oh,
I mean, I think we're recording this right now. He's out there,
But I'll tell you what, so he's actually fighting for the spot. Okay, he is not the sure shot starting 11 person, because there are so many players in Bagan that he might have to. And this injury scare is scary for him.
Yeah.
Okay, not for Bagan fans, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, they still want more players. I mean, when they know they're going to be benched and they have such good strength, they still want players and they want to bench them.
Yeah, that's true, because Balwant has been with the team for such a long time. So, yeah, everybody wants to see him. But that's okay. It's not like a threat to Bagan. Injured ho gaya Balwant.
Not a big loss.
JJ hota to problem hota.
Then Chiranjeev would go all blazing. The show would be only on JJ missing out on the action and blame ISL for it. Okay. Well, now I think
we had somebody who's missing out on action, right? Sony Node will miss the game. Some are saying because he's not getting proper train tickets. He's trying to bring his wife and kid and mother along. And some are saying no, he's in the Haiti national team. They're playing around that time, so that's why he's gonna miss. So first match of the season, he's gonna miss, but he has done that over the last 3 seasons. So
good. Kane Lewis starts.
Not really, much to be surprised with.
Kane Lewis starts then.
Yeah, Kane Lewis will probably be in the left flank.
Okay.
Great, that's a good news for an Indian football fan, I would say. Well, moving on, I think I should give the mic all belongs to Nikhil, because as I said, he's here for a reason. And I mean, football is the reason, definitely. But here it's a little special, close to the heart now to Nikhil. Mumbai FC. Nikhil, what's wrong? I mean, I've been listening to you complain that Mumbai ke players hi nahi hai, but then Mumbai FC had them, and here they are on the verge of losing them.
Yeah, it's a kind of a speculation that it's really heartening, to even think about it. Heartening is a good word, na?
Disheartening.
Yeah. It's even disheartening to even think about it that Jayesh Rane and Ashutosh might go to Aizawl FC. Now we know the connection. Aizawl has been...
Khalid Bhai.
Yeah, Khalid Bhai is there, and Khalid Bhai would definitely want to have... These two guys have actually grown under Khalid Bhai. I mean, these are the youth products of Mumbai FC, and we have seen them play in so many years. So when this news or rumor, speculation kind of came out, there was a much of an uproar on the the Yellow Brigade WhatsApp group or the page that they might be leaving. And it's really because when I thought of Mumbai FC, this is my personal opinion that Mumbai FC should have maximum of Mumbai players, because this is the only platform, it's the only team that is performing good in the national league, and then there has to be certain incentive for a young footballer to look at कि हाँ मेरे को Mumbai FC में खेलना है. And this is what everybody looks at. A Kolkata guy always looks at either of the Bagan या East Bengal, but his priorities are set कि मेरे को ये teams के लिए खेलना है. So that kind of thing. And it was pretty sad to know that Jayesh and Ashu are going. Okay,
right.
Even if you think from an Yellow Brigade point of view, I mean these two players were like most supported.
Fan favorite.
Yeah, we have been backing him. Both of them since so long. I mean, we had this through and through Mumbai FC. We did a story on Ashutosh and Jayesh.
Yeah.
So, those kind of connect are so deeply into the hearts of all Mumbai FC fan. And this kind of, moves. Being an Arsenal fan and a Mumbai FC fan, it kind of feels like, the RVP thing and Jayesh thing is again coming back to hit us. So it's kind of, let's see how it turns out. I won't be surprised if both of them go to Aizawl because of Khalid Bhai. I mean, Khalid Bhai has done so much for them. Okay. But it will be sad to see. I don't know if there should be a jurisdiction for, I-League teams where there should be a certain percentage of soil players, like Mumbai should have certain, like 50% of Mumbai players playing. Otherwise, there's nothing, I don't want to say anything against Northeast players or West Bengal players, but then where is the scope? Because those guys are already ahead in terms of footballing, techniques and all. So, the young ones from Mumbai who are playing football don't see much scope in getting into such kind of teams. So
yeah, just like I think the greats have said that if we have 11 players from each state, then we would definitely have a bright future. But if that's not the case, then it's really in shambles, because we literally have 5 players from here, 5 players from there. That's it. Just 2 states providing us with players, not a good thing. But Nikhil, coming back to that, why don't you think Santosh Kashyap doesn't want to retain them? I mean, see, there is one way where one coach who I've seen players grow under me, now I'm calling them to my team now since I've changed. But here is a coach who's come and who knows that probably this team revolves around these 2 players, and they've been here since years and ages. They do have records, and they've only improved, gone higher up their ranks, playing in the ISL, and a lot of experience and exposure. So why do you think Santosh Kashyap is not?
See, there are various things that are affecting a player. One is Ashutosh and Jayesh are not mere footballers right now. They have played in ISL. Jayesh in Chennai in FC has actually shown. So they are like kind of, above the normal footballers.
Yes, definitely.
So there is one salary thing involved. Another thing is saying no to a person under whom you have grown.
Okay.
That becomes a difficult proposition for the players themselves, because, Khalid Bhai, we know, like so many years with so little budget, he have maintained the team in I-League.
Right.
So when he says कि like Jayesh, Ashu, तुम लोग मेरे साथ खेलो, it's very difficult to say no. So it becomes a kind of responsibility of like mentor student kind of. So there are different aspects to it. The club might also think that it's not. If they are asking for a hike, they might think that it's not necessary to hike the salaries, and then there are negotiation phases. So I'm 100% sure that Santosh Kashyap would have tried to retain them. Okay, but it also depends upon the player to choose a side. So and see, there's nothing wrong here, because a footballer has only 32, 34 maximum. The playing time. This is where they earn their money, and after that you don't know where all the footballers go. They might start, but this is the time where they actually earn their bread and butter.
Right.
Okay, so let's not be harsh. I would say Yellow Brigade, let's not be harsh, because जाने दो, छोड़ो. And let's not be harsh on them. Let's accept the decision. If it is so, I won't be surprised. But the one thing is that we'll miss him.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah. So removing them, I mean, now just imagine they're not there. So how do you see Mumbai FC as a squad right now?
See, we have seen Santosh Kashyap in the past. He have always believed in those grassroots players who are coming up from the academy. He will definitely have an eye on lot of youth. Okay, so if Mumbai FC, even though they will take players from Northeast West Bengal, but there will be big signings like Hitesh. Hitesh have already signed, but he is like a 20-year-old, 20-year-old guy. So he'll definitely focus on those grassroots players, and they will come up from this.
Great. I mean, I think sad news always comes up with good news. They always go hand in hand. So if we have to feel sad about
it,
one thing,
will be very, very worse to see. I think 20th of Jan as well is coming to Mumbai, and if
22nd, I think
22nd,
22nd.
And if Jayesh and Ashu are playing against us,
there'll be 3 of them playing against us.
Oh shit, Khalid also.
Yeah, exactly. Not just Ashutosh and Jayesh.
True.
Well, it's going to be exciting. And as we promised, I-League does look a promising league this time. I mean, it's going to be crazy ride, and we are all pumped up for it. Well, now let's move on to the interview bit that we were talking about. We all know who it is, and it's the Bengaluru FC coach, Albert Roca. Now, Chiranjeet, when he was in Bangalore, he did speak to him. And Chiranjeet, before we listen to what you spoke, your conversation with him, how was it like talking to this man?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, the guy was instrumental in bringing up Lionel Messi in the Barcelona academy. Right? You could speak to a man like that. That's something, that's something you remember.
Take a pause and let the listeners digest this.
To the point when discussing the particular questions that I wanted to ask. And he was very straightforward. He didn't care what he should or should not say. He said, you're giving me, I'm here. You're giving me a competition, a league of 3-4 months. What am I going to do with that? He's somebody who is very intimately involved with developing young players. So what chance does he have if you're just, playing a 4-month league and a 1-month cup? That's not full season. That's not the total nourishment opportunities that a young player needs at this level. So he's disappointed with it. He wants the leagues to be merged, and you'll hear him exactly say what he feels about the system, the players he has seen so far in the interview. Yeah.
So let's, without wasting much time, let's dive into the interview, and let's see what Albert Roca, the Bengaluru FC coach, have to say.
You have come into a club that's already domestic champion, and there already you set an example in AFC Cup. So from the next season, what do you think can be the only benchmark of improvement? Because you're already at the top in these two tournaments.
I mean, we have to follow the same philosophy that we had during these 3 months and a half, which was work hard, because it's the only way to achieve the goals that the club wants. For sure, we knew that before to come that this team has the most difficult goal, that it's to win again, the domestic title. It's not going to be easy, because all the other teams are aware that we are champions and they will try to beat us. But as much as we can, we will work for that again, and for sure we have to improve in all the circumstances, because we think that nothing is done. I mean, we have not to win the final, even if we had to win the title. We are thinking that a team, it always has to grow up, and it's always something in movement. You cannot say, oh yes, that's the perfect thing, and so we will just know. That we are not Barcelona, we are not Real Madrid, we are just a team that wants to make the things well, and individual, as a group, as a team, we have always to adjust, to correct, to improve. So this is our task, and as a coaches we know that, and we will try never to let it that situation go away.
Coach, you have always been a big proponent of youth development. You have a huge experience in that. So, what is your opinion of the new academy that has come up, and how closely are you working with Mr. John Killa?
Well, our intention is always to pay attention to what it happens, in that academy, because we know that part of our work is try, to give opportunities to the guys that they deserve, to have an opportunity here in Bangalore. It's not easy because it's not easy because we understand also that Killa is making a good job. We prefer always, these guys, play 90 minutes. In the academy that only 5 minutes in a professional team. But the most important thing is always to keep contact with them in order to know their development and how they improve. Because if there is any little option for them to play here, I will give it. This is my opinion. It's not a question of age, it's a question of quality and talent. But as I said to you, they have to deserve. They have a long work ahead. And those that they really achieve, a good level, we will pay attention. And the day that deserves that opportunity, we will be there, to give it.
Coach, you came in and played in the AFC Cup, and suddenly all your major players are gone playing in a different tournament, and they'll be back, and you'll have a short time to prepare for I-League. Mm-hmm. So, what do you think of this domestic season setup that India has right now, and how does it affect your work as a head coach?
Well, the fact to not have a lot of time, to as we had, in a AFC Cup, makes the things even difficult because we have signed some new players. We are waiting for others. So these players, they are starting a new era, and I hope that they will help us, to be stronger. But we have not a lot of time to do that. So I hope that they will understand the philosophy that we want to introduce here, and we have from that time, in the AFC Cup, and let's go, to work in that direction, to put all of them, in the same group, and work hard to try to do our best.
Okay, Coach, you going back to youth development. What is the difference that you see? You've worked with young players in Spain, Saudi Arabia. So when you come to India and see the typical 15-year-old footballer, is there a particular difference that you see? Is there a particular area of the game that they especially need help with?
With the young
players.
Well, I mean, for sure, one of the things that it's that we have seen since we are arriving here is the level of Indian players, young Indian players, was not enough good because the circumstances. If you are not competing, as in any other country makes, an example can be, in Spain, players, they can compete, in a very difficult against very difficult teams, then since they are 7-9 years old. So here, organization and all the federation has to always put their force, to try to develop, a competition system that makes that give opportunities to the young players, to really, achieve another kind of level. That it only comes from the moment where you are competing against other teams with the same level. So competition it's very important. Not only 1 month, but along a year. To have a lot of games. And that is the problem here. People that never compete, there is only training sessions, or they only compete 1 month, one tournament. No, it's not. Every region and the department has to make their for sure own competition, and then the best teams, they have to compete again, with other teams around India, and it's the only way, just compete, play training sessions, and just always, to reach another kind of level.
Coach, like we see that the I-League itself is going through some trouble. So many clubs pulled out over the last few years, and suddenly you have a federation that's bringing in new clubs, through a new process. What kind of impression of the league does it give to you as somebody who's looking at it from outside?
No, I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to complain about that situation. I try to understand the reality of the country, which is not the best right now. But they are making a force, to develop the football. They think that putting 3 more teams in a domestic league can be a good thing. Okay, nothing to say. What I want is just to compete, to have for sure a longest season. What it's supposed that it's going to be good for everybody. Just a competition of 3-4 months, it's nothing. If we want to develop and to try to for the players, to really reach another level, it also comes from that, for to compete, as long as possible.
Coach, one of the sticklers that has been there for Bengaluru FC is that domestically they have not managed to beat Mohun Bagan since 2013, I think. So, are you looking at certain other clubs in I-League as potential title contenders and following their players?
By the moment, I know that Mohun Bagan, East Bengal, they were our competitors, in the last 2-3 years. But I'm sure that this year there will be also 2-3 other teams that they will just try to get the title. So I'm sure that it's not going to be easy, and we have to really make the things well if we want just to have more options to win a title again.
Well, that was something, great conversation over there, and if you've missed out on something, we already have it on our website. You can check it out. It's thefangarage.com, and I think
we'll also mention the link on the article.
Yeah, great. We will do that, and I think Nikhil has something to say.
Okay, now this is like coming as a nuclear bomb. Taisuke Matsuga is joining Aizawl FC.
Let's take a moment of silence. I just got goosebumps. Let's take a moment of silence and end the show right here.
Man, Khalid bhai, yaar, bring back Khalid bhai.
Just, write Aizawl and bracket mein likho Mumbai FC. Like, make them merge kar do. Isko merge karo. Yeah, Nikhil merge. Aizawl and Mumbai FC merge. And give a competition to Mumbai City. Great. Instead of merging there.
It's really bad.
Nikhil, anything? Something?
There's nothing to talk about. The best team is shifting to Aizawl. So these are like the best players that we saw, in past couple of years.
And the reason why Yellow Brigade became so strong.
Yeah. Seriously. Matsuga was our captain.
Yeah.
And okay, fine, fair enough. Let's see what Santosh Kashyap does.
Yeah, let's see.
I'll be meeting him today.
Yeah, so. Great. Great. Please ask him these questions. Like with heartfelt emotions, pooch lena usse. Well, that's all. With a lot of emotions, this show started. We were happy that we started this show. Once again, we're starting a journey. And a lot of mixed emotions here. Personal, not personal, overall, everything, all in one show. That's what we promised you, right? So here we are. And, we end the show. And as we said, you can catch us mainly on our YouTube channel called The Fan Garage, and the other podcast apps like iTunes, SoundCloud, and various others, where you can catch us now and hear us everywhere possible. So you can listen to us on the go. And that's all, guys. Thank you so much.
Do subscribe, like, and share.
Yes,
our YouTube channel.
Yeah, that will be my now statement now. Instead of saying follow us here, subscribe to our channel, like, share, and do all of that. Just like how every YouTuber, ends their show saying, you can see the button now. I can't do that, but I can say it.
Do comment.
Yes, do that. And build a conversation now since you can, and follow us. We are on Twitter. You want to talk to us directly, you can still do that. Chiranjeet is on Twitter as Chiranjeet Oja. Kevin is on Twitter as I_R_Boza. Nikhil is on Twitter as 42 Nikhil. I'm on Twitter as Matthew94. Have a great day, guys. Cheers.
Our podcasts bring all the boys to the yard, and damn right, they're better than yours. But you don't need to stand outside in the yard. Just follow IVM Podcasts on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. We might be on Tinder too. Just go ahead and swipe right.